What we're trying to do is show you how the visual contrast test is done. We have a very nice volunteer who's come today, and the critical issue in doing visual contrast testing is that you must have an adequate light source. In this case, we have adequate light, already shown to be 70-foot Lamberts with your light meter. We need to have the test done with the right distance between the chin and the face card, and this device, which is calibrated, gives us exactly 18 inches. And we need to make sure that the visual acuity, which is measured at 14 inches, and we do that just by sliding the card up to 14 inches, and when the patient will look with one eye covered, go ahead and cover one eye, and you'll be asking the patient, in this case we already know she's 20/20, but she should be able to read the lines on the bottom of the 20/20 row at 14 inches. So go ahead and just read those just for real quick.
4, 2, 8, 7, 3, 9.
Okay, switch eyes. Do the same thing with the other eyes. You might want to hold the handle with the other hand and do the same thing.
4, 2, 8, 7, 3, 9.
Okay, and just a sec if you will, we're going to put this card back now at 18 inches. And we're going to repeat this process. Hold this up to your chin and lean forward if you will. What I want you to notice is that the lines in each one of these boxes either lie to the left, or they're straight, or they lean to the right. Can you see that?
Yes.
Cover one eye with one hand and read from left to right, telling me which way the lines lean. And I'll keep score with this little scorecard so that we can correlate how well she does with what the computer reads.
Okay.
All right? Go ahead.
Left, up, right, up, left, right, left. Not sure.
Okay, go ahead and wiggle that just a little bit to see if you can see a little bit better on 8 and 9. I think you can probably see that.
8 is up. And I can't see 9.
In this case, she got to 8 reading correctly and then reached a point where she could not see number 9. So I'll circle the 8 circle, or the 8 line, with my red pen, and that's telling me that's the right eye. It's just the standard we use. Black ink for left eye, red ink for right eye. Row B, please.
Right, left, right, left, right, up, left, right.
Anything on 9?
No, I was eating on 9.
Okay, so now she's seen to 8 on row B. That's a good score. And so we go to row C.
Up, right, left, up, right, up, right, left.
Okay, and look at 9 just real hard. See if you can see number 9.
Right.
Okay, real good. This is an excellent score. You're going to be a member of our control group. Go ahead now on row D.
Left, right, up, left. That's it.
Okay, look at 7 one more time on row C. I think you might be able to see that. Row D, excuse me.
Up.
Okay, how about number 8 on row D? Nothing? Or can you get it? All right. You're allowed to guess on this test, and we really do want an absolute endpoint. Sometimes people will feel a little pressured when they take the test and they say, oh, I can't see it, and they'll stop. In this case, one more time on number 8 on row D, please.
I can't see it.
All right, row E.
Okay. Up, left, right, up, left. Yeah, I can't see anything on 6.
Okay, blink it off now. Let's go to the other eye. We're going to do the same thing. What we want to record are the data points of the patient's name, in this case, her female gender and her age. We want to record the date and the distance the test was taken. This will be 18 inches. Some particularly younger people, and more particularly young women, will have visual acuity better than 20/20. Of course, they're not needing glasses at that time. And for those people, we need to actually measure their visual contrast at a distance a little greater than 18 inches. But in this case, that's done after visual acuity has been secured. And if there's a problem with that, check with the website for additional information. Let's go with the same process now with your left eye. You're doing real well. Read quickly if you can.
Left, up, right, up, left, right. Left, up.
Okay, get the last one.
No.
Okay, row B.
Right, left, right, left, right, up, left, right.
I bet you got that last one in there. Just take another look at number 9 on row B, if you will, for me. See anything?
Maybe up.
Okay. Just had a feeling. Row C.
Up, right, left, up, right, up, right, left. No, I don't know.
Okay. D.
Left, right, up, left. Up. That's it.
And the last row.
Up, left, right, up, left, right. No, everything else I didn't.
Well, your results are excellent. There are people who can have a normal score like this and have a biotoxin illness. That happens about 8% of the time. If all we needed was visual contrast, we wouldn't do any of these other tests. But specifically, this score has the typical shape with maximum at row C and row B greater than the other rows, but it also has the relationship that we expect to see from row to row. When we look at these scores, this still, even though it's perfectly normal, shows us that she could do a little better on row E and row D. So even though it's a normal score, if we were to treat you and you had an illness, we would see or expect to see these scores coming up. And the higher the score gets, once it reaches to a plateau, that's an indication the biotoxin work is done in terms of binding biotoxins. Doesn't mean the inflammation's gone. But visual contrast is a tool we use to help in diagnosis. It's a tool we use to help in monitoring response to therapy. But more importantly, it's a tool we use looking at maintenance of ongoing benefit. Heaven forbid you should have exposure, say, to a water-damaged building. In the Pacific Northwest, do they have a lot of rain here? You might actually have that happen to you, though not in summer necessarily. And specifically with hyperacute reacquisition of illness, we would see these levels fall. First in row E and then in row D, and eventually reproduce the entire syndrome. So visual contrast has lots of information, even though it's so disarmingly simplistic. You know, we're looking at what are sinusoidal wave patterns, and there's a lot of math involved in this. At the same time, it's portable. We can pack this up and take it with us, and it's reliable. As long as the light is right, we can do this here or in Washington, D.C. and get the same results.